Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Vijay and we will continue to learn Python with our Python Mastery series. So in the previous video, we learned about the data types and we learned how we are storing the values in variables. So let's say till this time, we are hard coding the values in the variable. So we were storing name is equal to Rahul, then dish is equal to masala dosa. In that way, we are hard coding the values. But that is not a good programming practice. I tell you why. So let's say the first customer is Rahul. He entered the restaurant, then he left. Then the next customer, Neha, came. So shall we go in the VS Code and every time edit the variable value? Is it a good option? Definitely not. Python provides us a better option where user himself can enter a value and that can be stored in a variable. And this is how the real world applications like Zomato, Swiggy, they ask the customer to store the information by themselves, not they ask uh, to manually go and edit the programs to their developers. So this is how we will be using this. And how all this is done, the answer is input function. So today's video is all about that input function. So let's quickly jump to the blackboard to understand the flow of the input function. So if I tell you what is happening right now, we are storing the value in variable directly. Okay, or I would say hard coded. Okay, so this is our current approach. Okay, this is what we are doing right now. But what we can do, we can have the Python program itself ask the user to type the values like request user to provide value, and that value will get saved to a variable. Okay, so this is how we will be doing, and we will be using the input function for that. Okay, so let's say for example, we want the customer name to be entered, so we will be asking the customer, please enter your name, and whatever the customer enters, that will be saved in the customer name variable. Okay, and till the time user enters the value, the program will be halted or it will be paused on that point, waiting for the user to enter the value. Okay, so now let's quickly jump to the VS Code to understand the coding part. Okay, so if I start with the first example, name and input. This is the input function and it's very simple. Enter your name. Whatever text that you want to display to the user to give a clarity that what they are supposed to enter. Okay, and then we can print using the f string. Let's say good morning, and then the name. Okay, so let's say if I execute this, it is loading the kernel. Okay, so here you can see enter your name. It is asking me. So if I type Vijay and hit enter, it said good morning Vijay. So it's kind of a dynamic now. Previously when we hard code, it is a static thing. So let's say if I somebody apart from me is using this code, and that person enters as Pratik. Okay, so it will print good morning Pratik. We don't have to manually go and again update the value of a variable. So this gives us that flexibility in our program. Okay, so coming to our code cafe theme, and let's see how we can use that. The simple thing that we did previously. Like customer name, we were storing manually. So now we have a flexibility. We can ask the customer to enter your name. Okay, enter your name, or I would say customer name. Okay, that we can ask, and let's print with a message of welcome and whatever the customer is there present at that time. So if I run this, it will ask the customer name. Let's say Rahul is the customer right now. So it will welcome Rahul. Okay. After that, let's say Neha came and we can enter Neha and enter. It will welcome Neha. So we don't have to again and again modify the code for each of the customers. Tomorrow, let's say the cafe has 500 customers. So it won't require that 500 time modification. It can fetch the name directly at the runtime. Okay. One more thing. Let's say if I store the table number now and equal to input, enter your table number. Okay, and we will print f string. Your table number is, and we will fetch the value from table number variable. Okay, so let's say my table number is 5. If I hit enter, it is printing your table number is 5. But here is one catch. Do you think this value is an integer value? Let's check. uh, as in the previous videos we have seen, we can use the variable type to confirm the data type of any variable. Okay, so if I enter table number, here it is printing string. Okay, so the important concept is whenever you take any input using the input function, the value is always stored as string, not as integer or any data type. It is by default string data type. Okay, and if we require, we have to manually convert or typecast the value to our requested or to our problem statement data type, whatever we require. But that we will be learning in the upcoming videos, the typecasting. But as of now, the important point is the input function returns a string type. Okay, so now coming to the example of our mini project, whatever we learned with this input function, let's build a mini project out of that. Same our code cafe theme. And now what we will do, previously we were taking the customer name, table number, all we were hard coding these values, then bill amount. Oops, I guess I made some typing mistake. Okay, bill amount, and after that payment done. Okay, or payment status I would say is a more suitable word. So what we can do, we can request the user to enter customer name. Let me make it uppercase. Okay, enter the customer name, then input, enter your table number. Okay, so the basic idea is that we are making this program dynamic so that whenever any customer comes to the cafe, they can enter their information by themselves and do not require any correction or modification in the code again and again, because we have developed the logic once and we want it to run multiple times for every customer. Okay, enter the bill amount. Okay, then input payment, then yes or no question mark. Okay, so this is what we have done. Okay, so till this time we are collecting the input from the customer. Let's put a welcome message to print welcome to code cafe. Okay, let's put a coffee sign too, just to make it interactive. Okay, and after that we will be printing order details are as below. Not order, it is customer details. Customer details are as below. Then print, we will use the f string customer. We will fetch from the customer name variable. Okay, then next statement is print f string table number that we will be fetching from table number variable. Then print bill, and that will be under bill amount variable. Finally we will have payment. Hmm, payment status variable. Okay, so this is our details that we will be fetching. So what we are doing, we are collecting the customer details and then we are printing it. Okay, and now let's run this program. So it will ask me for the customer name. It's Rahul. The table number, let's say the table is 2, and what is the bill amount? 350.50. Okay, it's 350.50. Then payment done. Yes. So here you can see, welcome to Code Cafe. Customer details are as below. It's Rahul, table number 2, 350, payment done. Yes. So we developed this piece of code. Now it's not just for the customer Rahul. Let's say if I run it again, the next customer came. It will ask me the next customer, Neha, table number 4, bill amount is 600, payment done. No. So it is now dynamic. We don't have to make changes in the code itself. So that was the crux of this whole input function, that we are now not dependent on the code modifications. We are now dependent whatever the user want to enter, and that code will behave in that way. Okay, it becomes dynamic. So this is all for this video, and just to recap what we learned about how we can take an input from the user, and that is helpful to make a program dynamic. We are not hard coding the values. Okay, so that is it for this video. In the next video we will be learning typecasting and more detailed about the data types that we just got a bird eye view. We will be learning more how we can do operations on that one. So that will be our upcoming videos. If you like this series, please subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching. Happy coding.